This program is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center, who's expanding its services to offer low-cost blood screenings all year round, now offering walk-in convenience to get the blood tests you want when you want them. MyLabs, patient-ordered testing, is available in Farmington at the hospital's laboratory and the Outpatient Diagnostic Center on 30th Street. Also in Aztec at San Juan Health Partners Family Medicine at 120 Llanos Street. With nearly 20 tests available, there's an option for everyone. MyLabs, patient-ordered testing, a wellness service of San Juan Regional Medical Center. .38 outside our studios here at San Juan College this morning. It is 8:37. Taking a look at the sunrise from our camera on our tower here at the college. You can kind of see we're up for a clear sunny day, and that's what the forecast shows, is lots of sunshine for today and the next several days. 66 for a high later on in Farmington today, 36 in clear skies overnight, mostly sunny skies tomorrow with a high of 68 degrees, 72 for Sunday and Monday. Maybe a chance of rain Tuesday night at this point, but other than that, mostly sunny skies for the next several days. Joining me now, back in our visual radio studio, Chevel Shepherd is here. Again, she is continuing on the Voice program on NBC. Welcome back to KSJE.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for coming back to tell us about your latest experience on the big program, right?
Yes.
You are moving on
To the knockout.
to the knockouts. You survived the battle round.
Yes, I did.
And so this is very exciting. And again, I know a lot of folks are very proud of you. They're very excited for you. And some of us are living vicariously through you from all the things that you're getting able to do and stuff like that. So give us a little update. So you, of course, got on to the audition for the show.
Yes.
You got on the show. And you got on with Team Kelly.
Yes.
Right? And
Yes.
so then you were in the battle round. And so they teamed you up with someone else from the same team.
Yes, they did.
Right? And you had to sing a duet.
Yes, we sang. I was paired up with Mikkel Buck. He's the
Right.
tall, like really tall.
Really tall.
compared
Yeah.
to me.
Right.
Country guy. He had the beard, and he always wore a bandana under his hat. And we sang "You Look So Good in Love" by George Strait.
Right. And so from that, then it was you go on and he goes home. Right?
I was really happy, but I was also kind of sad. Like I was hoping
Yeah.
he'd get stolen, because we kind of got close during working on the battle song together. So
Sure. And that can happen, right?
yeah,
But it didn't
it didn't.
in this case, right?
Nope.
So we didn't get to see too much of you on television
Nope.
during the battle round.
Just a little clip.
A little clip.
Yes.
But that's enough, right? Because you're
That is.
moving on.
Yes, that's good.
That is exciting. And so what's next? So next are the knockouts, right?
Yes, the knockouts are where you're also paired up with someone from your team, but you're not singing the same song, but you're still on the stage with each other.
Okay.
And then the coaches decide who wins, and then they have one steal and one save.
Got you. And so so we're not sure, the rest of us aren't sure what's going to happen from the knockouts, right?
Yep, no one knows.
No one except you.
Except me.
You kind of know.
I know.
Right. Because this is one of those weird things about network television is this was recorded over the summer, right?
Yes, it was.
So you kind of know. And that's got to be hard to keep it all a secret, I would think.
You know, at the beginning, the blind audition was really, really hard to keep, but now that it's progressing, you know, it's not hard to keep a secret.
No?
No, I kind of like to keep people, like, wondering what's going on and what happened.
Right.
And I like hearing everyone's predictions. I've got a lot of predictions from people, so
Right.
I like hearing everyone's thoughts.
Very cool. And now there's a whole industry around Chevel Shepherd. You have a whole hashtag, Team Chevelle.
It's crazy.
And you've got jackets and T-shirts and all kinds of stuff, right?
Yes.
For folks to show their support.
Yes, I do.
That's very exciting. And that's on a website? Is that how folks can get in touch with you?
Well, I have T-shirts that I'm selling that I have, like, with me.
Right.
And I'm going to be selling those at Chick-fil-A on Friday
Right.
from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
You've got a meet and greet over there. Okay.
Yes, but then I also have a website, which is www.easyshopmart.com, and that's EASY shopmart.com /T/team-Chevelle.
Okay. we'll try to put a link to that with some of our podcasts and the video that we're recording so folks can maybe find it for you. But that's very exciting. And so I bet you've been hearing from a lot of people, maybe people that you've never heard from before since all this has been happening.
Oh, yeah, it's been crazy. Have people from out of the United States and like India and Brazil and a whole bunch that are just so supportive and so excited for me as well. And I think that's really cool because I'm not just limited to New Mexico or the United States. It's like global.
Right.
And that's really cool.
That is very cool. But I bet there's a lot of local people who have come out of the woodwork wanting to tell you how excited they are for you and tell you how great you are, you sing, and how wonderful you sound, all those things.
A lot of people. Everyone in Farmington's so supportive.
Yeah, very much, which has got to mean a lot to you.
Oh, it does. It means a ton.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about your childhood when you were growing up, because you grew up not in Farmington, but in La Plata.
Yeah, I grew up about 30 minutes away from Farmington.
Okay.
And we had about 3 acres and a whole bunch of cars, like more than 20 cars.
Wow.
Probably like 100 cars. And I had 4 dogs and 4 cats, and I still have them.
Nice.
But I got up super early every morning and did all my chores, and then I caught the bus super early. I was on the bus for an hour every day.
To get to school.
In the morning, and then an hour and a half in the afternoon.
Right.
So being so far out of town, I kind of liked it because it's really pretty out there.
It is very
But
pretty.
I like being closer to things now.
Now you've moved into town.
Yes.
Right? And your mom was telling me that you moved into town right before kind of all this happened over the summer. So I don't know, do you still have boxes to unpack at the new house?
No, we do actually still have some boxes to unpack.
See? That's what happens. But that's exciting. And I know growing up, though, with all those cars, you used to work on cars. Or maybe you still do with your father.
I still do with my dad.
Yeah.
I've always loved cars. I used to ride horses when I was little. I still love horses. But it moved from kind of horses being everything to now cars and horses being everything.
Well, that's okay.
Because I just love cars.
There's room for both.
Yes, there is.
Right? Is it the older cars, the newer cars? Does it matter what type of car you like to work on?
I like older muscle cars, mostly Chevys.
Okay.
And I like Pontiac. I'm not that big of a Ford fan, but
Uh-oh.
yeah.
I bet there's some folks out there who might try to change your mind. Some Mustang fans.
I mean, my name's Chevelle.
Well, good point.
Named after a Chevy car.
That's true.
But
Good point. But that's very exciting. But you still love doing that.
I still do.
You still love working on cars.
Yes.
And the singing, you've been singing since you were how old?
2.
2
Yes.
years old. And
Tiny.
And you'd sing at family events, or tell me a little bit about your singing when you were 2 or early.
Well, I would always sing at the house, and then as I got a little bit older, I think my first performance, like in front of a whole bunch of people, was a Four Corners Idol, and I sang "A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes" off of Cinderella, and they wouldn't let me enter the competition because they thought I might win because I was so cute.
Aw.
Yeah, I was tiny and I wore a little blue dress and it was cute. But then I would sing at rodeos, and I sang at rodeos for a long time, and as I just kept getting older, I kept wanting to do more, so I was on the radio every Friday for like 5 years, and then got the opportunity to come to The Voice. So it's been a really long journey, and everyone's been so supportive. My whole family's been so supportive since I was 2.
Wow, that's wonderful. And you always wanted to be a singer.
Yes, I've always wanted to sing country music.
And sing country music, and to bigger audiences, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
this is a big part of your goals.
Yes, I love performing in front of people, so it's always been a dream of mine to make it on TV in front of millions and millions of people.
Well, now that you've done that.
I know.
So now what's next?
I want to keep pursuing on The Voice.
Right.
That's what I want to do. I don't want that to end. But I also want to start writing my own music and writing my own songs and producing them and start uploading them to like iTunes and Spotify. And I just want to gig and perform in different places around different states, and I want to sing at the Grand Ole Opry. I have a lot of goals.
You do have a lot of goals.
I do.
Right. I mean, remind us how old you are again.
I am 16.
16 years old. That's a lot of goals for someone who's 16. And
Yeah.
you've already accomplished a lot of stuff for someone who's 16.
I know, it's crazy. It's still so surreal.
And, well, it is. But a lot of people are very excited about that. And some folks may say, how can she stay so calm performing on stage? Because you do. You really have that calm and collected, and it really shows, I think, in a lot of your performances. And I teach public speaking here at San Juan College, and my students are petrified, some of them, to have to get up and give a speech in front of like 25 people in a classroom. Do you have any advice for folks who have to get up in front of a crowd of people and not get really nervous and really stay concentrated?
Well, singing for me, it's always been something I love to do, and I'm so comfortable because the music is just, you have to like get lost in the moment and focus on that and not worry about what other people are thinking in the crowd or talking about. It's just, I just love to do it, so it's really just comfortable to me. The stage is like home. But talking, on the other hand, I do not like getting in front of a class and talking.
Aha.
I do not like
But
that.
here
I don't know.
you are.
I just get nervous, and I'm just like, oh, everyone in this class is watching me talk. I can sing, but I can't talk.
Aha.
I don't know. It's weird.
It is weird. But here you are talking to me, and we're on the radio, but is that okay because you can't see the people
Yeah.
that are maybe listening and watching us? Mm-hmm. It's just me.
Yeah.
And Mom.
See, I think it's sometimes that I don't know what to say. Like, I know how to sing and know the lyrics and stuff, but whenever it comes to talking, I'm like, what do I say?
Got it. Okay. All right. But I imagine, too, when you're at a network-type television program, there's a lot of rehearsing and practicing that goes into any kind of a performance. So when we see you, you've practiced and rehearsed, and it's not just like they're throwing up on stage and say, okay, now sing.
Yeah, I've gotten better at both talking and being more comfortable. I've gotten better than I used to be. I used to get bright red, but now I can do it.
You can do it.
Yes.
I think you could do it before.
And everyone can do it.
I think one of the things... one of the things folks told me after our first conversation, when you first got on the show and came to talk with me, is how well-spoken you are.
Oh, thank you.
They really did. I mean, for someone who's 16, there wasn't an or a like or a or anything in anything that you were telling me, and I think people were very impressed with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. Now, let me ask you a little bit about school, because that's, again, got to be a whole other situation where you can't tell your friends at school what's to come, right?
No, it's crazy.
It's got to be a big secret, but I imagine they're very excited for you too.
Oh yeah, everyone at my school is very excited. All the teachers are super, super excited. They're just like, you're putting Farmington on the map, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
I'm working on it, and so I'm really excited.
That is very cool. But they don't give you a pass on classwork or anything, do they? Your teachers, I mean, stuff's still due when it's due, right?
Stuff is still due when it's due, but I've had some kids, some senior kids actually. They're like, we'll do your homework for you. I'm all,
oh, hey.
Will you?
Hey. I'm not sure Mom's okay with that.
She's
no,
not
she's
okay
not
with
okay
that.
with that. No, probably not. But so far, so good.
So far, so good.
Right? And
Yes.
so again, you are representing Farmington. I think, again, we're all so excited for you and proud of you, and you are representing the community very, very well. I think people are really thrilled to see you doing that on this national platform, which is the NBC The Voice show.
Thank you.
And dealing with these celebrities that are right there. I mean, you're Team Kelly, so
Yes.
I mean, how has she been to work with?
Oh, she's so fun. She's so honest, and she's just like she is on TV. She's so bubbly and so nice, and she really works with you. She wants to see you grow as an artist, and she wants to see you progress, and I really like that about her because she's just an honest-spoken person.
Right. So you're having a good time.
Oh, yeah, lots of fun.
Lots
Love
of fun
her.
with her. Okay. So before we run out of time, I do want to ask you a little bit about what's next on the show. So we talked about the knockouts that are coming up.
Yes.
And if you get through the knockouts, then the show turns to a live show, right? And
Yes,
then
it does.
no one knows what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And then that's when the public gets to vote.
Yes.
And that's really important, right?
Every vote counts.
Okay. And we were talking before we came on the air this morning, and because we're in the Mountain Time Zone, folks need to vote earlier than maybe during the show.
I think California time is an hour ahead.
Yeah.
I think it's an hour before us.
But the show will air earlier in the East Coast, probably.
Yes.
So that's why we need to vote earlier than maybe watching you on TV in those live rounds and voting then when we see you.
Because the show in California airs at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then it airs at 7 o'clock here.
Right.
So they are an hour behind us.
Yeah.
So voting is a little different. but
Okay. And your mom suggested maybe downloading the app. There's an
Yes.
app for the voice that can...
Download the Voice app, and then you can put people on your team, and then vote and watch all the videos and stuff.
There's a way to do that on your phone and get the votes in before it expires.
Yes.
Is the idea.
Yes.
So, but we'll have you on hopefully to talk about that exciting next step, right?
Yes.
Once you survive the knockout rounds.
Hopefully.
Any strategy about that you're doing for the knockouts? Just
I just want to give it my all. I just want to give it my 100%, and no matter what happens, I just want to leave there knowing that I did my best.
Well, that's a good way to look at it, right? No matter what happens.
I'm very optimistic.
Sure. And no matter what happens, I think you've made a mark for yourself in the music world and probably making all kinds of contacts, too, for future opportunities, perhaps.
Oh, yes.
That's got to be exciting, too.
It's super exciting.
Very exciting. Well, cool. And still country music, right? It's all
Yep.
about the country music.
It's all about the country music.
Okay. Well, Chevelle, much good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking some time to come and talk with me. I know your schedule is super, super busy because everybody wants to talk to you and have you at their business
Everyone.
and buy a T-shirt
Yep.
or something.
Yep.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Chevel Shepherd, Farmington's contestant on The Voice, my guest here on KSJE. Back with more in just a moment.